tax dollars, reaching more than 10 million of our neighbors. Thank your cable operator. We do.
The following is a PCN Sports presentation.
This afternoon from Hershey Park Stadium, PCN presents the PIAA 4A Football Championship. Our matchup, the 10-0 Jersey Shore Bulldogs against the 9-1 Jaguars of Thomas Jefferson High School. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Our Day 2 coverage of the PIAA Football Championships continues. Jersey Shore going up against Thomas Jefferson. Alongside Brandon Noble, my name is Bob McCool, getting you ready for this matchup. And Brandon, there are big dogs and there are underdogs, and that's what we've got today. Big dogs in Thomas Jefferson. They have won four state championships overall, including winning the 4A championship a year ago. Jersey Shore here for the first time ever. They truly are the Cinderella story.
Yeah, and this is what it's all about right here. You've got Thomas Jefferson, who, again, won last year, and they're maybe a little bit surprised that they came back, kind of reloaded this year, but here they are. To build a program like that and to win that many football games is really, really hard to do. On the other side with Jersey Shore, to flip a program around, to build a new culture and to be here in Hershey in a couple of years, that's even harder to do. So it's going to be a really cool game to watch how it all plays out.
It really is a great story for Jersey Shore. And the architect of that turnaround, their head coach, Tom Gravish. He is in his 9th season overall at Jersey Shore High School. He has done an unbelievable job. In 9 seasons, the record says he's 70-39. But what it doesn't say to you is that he was 0-10 his first year at Jersey Shore. He's changed the culture, he's changed the results, and Jersey Shore has become a winning program, winning their district championship in District 4 for the 3rd straight year. And now here he is unbeaten and playing in a state championship. And what he does is a bit different as well. He runs a hurry-up offense. Not so much the no huddle, a lot of teams do that, but he runs a hurry-up offense, and so the choreographer has to be his quarterback, Brandon Weary.
Yeah, and Brandon Weary, he's a guy, look, he's a senior. He's been in the program for 3-4 years now. He does a great job handling this offense. He's thrown for 1,800 yards, 23 TDs, only 2 interceptions. That's huge. Decision-making is key. The other thing is he's got to understand what his coach wants. They're going to get to the line of scrimmage and snap the ball, but he has to make sure that they're in the right play for the defense that they're seeing.
Yeah, again, these are high school kids, and they don't get to practice 4, 5, 6 hours a day. That's just not against the rules. On the opposite side is an old-school football coach in Bill Chirpek. How old school? A guy who shows up for the state championships. When he does, he wears shorts. That's the old-school style of Bill Chirpek. But what he does as well is win football games. 26 years. He's won 283. He's lost just 47. He's won more WPIAL championships with 9 than any coach in the history of that league. So you know how successful he has been. He gets himself back here with a lot of new pieces, including his quarterback in Jake Pugh, who simply bided his time and waited for his chance to be the starting quarterback.
Yeah, Jake's a program kid, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's really what you want. It's the sign of a great program when you can get a senior to come in and play quarterback, throw for 1,700 yards, 24 TDs, and lead you to a state title game. That's exactly what you want. And Jake is the kind of kid, he loves being a quarterback. He loves football. He's watching film all the time. And he's going to play a little safety tonight, which I think will be really interesting to watch because, again, a quarterback with that mind and that understanding of the game, see if he can steal 1 or 2.
That'll be an interesting piece of this puzzle for sure. In terms of where they come from, Jersey Shore versus Thomas Jefferson. It's not Ocean City, not Cape May, it's not Wildwood. No, not that Jersey Shore. It's the one up near Williamsport. They're from Lycoming, about 15 miles west or so of Wilmington. Think of the shore of being the Susquehanna River as opposed to the ocean. But that's the home play of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. The District 4 champions, they beat District 2 champion Crestwood 26-14 in the quarterfinals. And then last week, a real shootout, an offensive matchup between Lampeter-Stroudsburg and Jersey Shore. And Jersey Shore comes out on top 39-35. Thomas Jefferson, a lot of tough games to get through the WPIAL, but they win the championship for the 10th time overall in program history. They beat Aliquippa in overtime to win it 35-28. A little bit easier story last week in the semifinal. They beat Oil City 62-0. Don't expect that kind of an offensive explosion out of Thomas Jefferson tonight. That's not what Bill Chirpek wants to do. He wants to grind this thing out. Jersey Shore obviously wants to speed it up. So obviously, style of play is going to be very much of a key ingredient for today's game.
Yeah, look, defense wins championships, and that's what you're going to see here tonight. We talked a lot about the offense already. On defense, Jersey Shore is going to have to kind of withstand the wave, right? And really, at the end of the day, that's a big offensive line that's going to try and move you off the ball, run the ball off tackle, and really slow the game down. On the other side, Thomas Jefferson's defense, they're going to have to handle this tempo, and that's not easy to do because it's hard to replicate in practice. So all of a sudden, when they're at the line of scrimmage again and again and again, you got to catch your breath, reset. It also limits you a little bit with what you can do with your defensive calls as a staff. So it'll be really interesting to see that chess match unfold.
Oh, and we talk so much in the game about high school football. And what fascinates us with doing these kind of games, and when you're talking about college football and pro football, and you're talking about going and having a scout team. But the answer to that is, well, if we had somebody who could run what they do, he would be starting for us. And Bill Chirpek said our scout quarterback would be Jake Pugh. But as you said, he's going to play some safety tonight, so we couldn't yet get him to do it. You can't replicate it in practice because you don't have the people to do that.
Yeah, you really can't. And it is going to be interesting to see because that's a huge part of this. And as a football player, you're a creature of habit. You're used to seeing things and doing things a certain way. So when you're running the scout team, you've got to be a little bit flexible. And Jake Pugh would have been the perfect guy to do that for him. But because of what Jersey Shore does defensively, the coach thought, hey, we need him to play safety this week, so you're not available during those practices.
Right. So Jersey Shore certainly has to try to get their offense going and get Thomas Jefferson backpedaling. Thomas Jefferson can't get into that kind of game because if this becomes a game where we got to outscore them, Thomas Jefferson's in a bad spot.
Yeah, that's not what they're built to do. Again, they just want to mush you, move you off the ball, and just control the clock and really kind of beat you into submission, and that does not bode well if you're behind.
And that's certainly something that Thomas Jefferson doesn't want to see happen in this one. It's the 4A matchup. Very fascinating on paper. Let's see how it plays out. Thomas Jefferson taking on Jersey Shore. We rise for the playing and singing of our national anthem.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you please rise. Gentlemen, if you'll please remove your hats. We'd ask all military personnel, active or retired, please render a hand salute as we honor the United States of America. Salute its leaders and members of the armed forces with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, we present with pride and much gratitude our national anthem.